Let's go ahead and do a little track breakdown, B. Kendrick Lamar, The Day the Party Died. Now, I talked to Kendrick a few weeks ago. Before I did the move, I was telling him the moves about the podcast, talking to him about the culture, stuff me and him usually talk about. And I said, yeah, bro, like, I'm moving this week. Like, I got a lot on my plate. He said, oh, yeah? I said, yeah. He said, oh, bet that. And I'm like, huh? And then he just released this out of nowhere. I was like, dog. Like, I tried to call him and text him. He ain't been answering my calls.
You see Castanet talk to him?
I did not see that at all.
He talked to him. He talked to the AI Kendrick. He asked him you didn't see that?
No, that's why I'm talking to AI.
He talked to AI Kendrick. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. He's like, so you cool with Drake? He's like, yeah, man, it's all love, bro. He's like, we both trying to make the best music out or whatever like that. It's like, wow.
Oh my gosh.
That was hilarious.
But yes, let's go ahead and talk about The Day the Party Die, or as some people call it, Watch the Party Die. The song with the black Air Force Ones on it, that he got that picture from a recent sold a listing on eBay.
He probably bought them.
That's nasty if he did. Hey, but that makes sense though, because he probably asked first, let me use that picture. Imagine you selling your stuff and then you wake up later on saying, hey, those are my black Air Forces. But you try to cancel the shipment, like, hey, no, I want those back. That's what I do. Oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar put my shoes in the song.
Oh my God.
I just want you guys to know that. But yeah, he did the Drake tactic, B. He released a song on Instagram. How do we feel about him stealing Drake's culture? His internet culture, B.
That's not.
Well, I feel like internet culture.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they trying to bring it back to the old blog era when people just posting music and not, post it on the blog or something. Now they posting on Instagram. I think that's something more to do with labels or something. I don't know.
I was listening to the Warrior Mom podcast, and they said something about how like Meta is finding a new way to pay out artists, or at least charge for the stream of a song.
Like how much interaction you have, or something?
About how many people use that song on like they posts and stuff like that. So that's where it's like, you put it on Meta or Instagram first or Facebook. People use that stream.
Maybe they know something that we don't know.
Exactly, because they was talking with someone about it. But besides that point, yeah, it's been very weird that Drake and now Kendrick has put their songs mainly on IG first. Yeah. For me, it's not weird for Drake because Drake is used to putting out loosies, and he used to put them on SoundCloud back when SoundCloud was a popular format to put your stuff out on. And Drake obviously is one of the people that had some of the better loosies during the blog era that weren't making it to any projects. But for Kendrick to do it, it seems like this is a post-battle thing, especially now that he's under PG Lang, he's under his own.
This just reminds me of him doing like the
cartoons and cereal and stuff like that.
Nah, it's like doing the whole unmastered, untitled stuff.
But remember, he never really dropped that stuff outside.
I'm just saying some of those. I'm saying like some of those songs, like the Hearts and all that, they was just random loosies and stuff.
I agree.
So this kind of like he'll put them out like he'll put like a Heart series out, then the album dropping or something.
Yeah, back then it'd be like a video on YouTube.
That's kind of what this is.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, I guess the format of going to Instagram rather than just putting it out on YouTube, because with the Heart Part 4, it was big because the video was attached to it and it released the same day and people was flocking to the video.
Yeah, but before Damn came out, he did the Heart Part 5, one of those.
Oh, the Heart Part 5 is the one that came out before.
So it's Heart Part 4. Yeah, so Heart Part 4 was the one before Damn. Mm-hmm. So it was no video, just on YouTube.
So, but I'm saying like, at least with him, like you kind of see like, okay, why did he do that? But why didn't he release this on YouTube? That's the thing.
I don't know.
I think it's. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think it's the thing where it's like maybe he didn't get a cleared sample, just like maybe he didn't get it cleared.
With 616. Well, that's not on his Instagram though. That's on the Was it on
that
his?
Was on Instagram.
Oh yeah, 616.
That was on Instagram. It wasn't on YouTube. He didn't put it on YouTube. Trust me, I tried to look for it because I tried to add it to my playlist.
Yeah, it was on 616.
616 was an Instagram exclusive, just like how this was. So I'm assuming that they probably didn't get because you really can't get paid off of that, so you can't really title that as your own thing. So maybe he didn't get the sample clearances.
That could be a thing. I don't think it's that deep though yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Drake posted SOD, but he still is cussing in it.
Yeah, we got to see what's gonna come out from that. Because he didn't put Yachty on that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's some things that I don't want to speculate too much into because I don't even know how deep to go. I don't know what else to say.
So B, him dropping this on 9/11. He really gonna drop this on the day that Blueprint came out, B?
Hey man, you got.
You trying to say F Jay-Z even though Jay-Z put him on that Super Bowl?
No. It's time to watch the party die. You know what I mean? This shit's done got too wicked to apologize, B. You know what I'm saying? So he just had to let everything off.
So what do you think the party is exactly that he wants to die?
It's the culture, the hip hop culture.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think culture is in the music, the fans, media?
It's everything.
Everybody says it's it's only the media, or oh, it's only the fans.
I think it's everything. That's why you build and restore. You can't just build and restore the freaking media. It's everything, the whole culture, because it's elements of the culture, of the hip hop culture that needs to die. We talked about it just not too long ago in in the news segment. So I think it's all of it, bro.
I think we the only ones that don't need to be built down. Torn down and rebuilt.
Maybe, just to as we build up with this the new culture.
Nah, I think what it needs to do is Kendrick, come and tear this down and build us a new studio. You pay for it though. We'll talk about the culture all day, every day.
Yeah. No, I just think he's just speaking on everything that's going on right now. He brought up radio personalities. He threw some little digs at Drake. I think what I mean. But overall, I think he's speaking on what certain rappers are doing, things that he don't like, because he has that point in the song when he blanks them out, because he said about D1, and D1 always talk about violence, and I think after he said that line, he got into some violence. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. He's been speaking about this for a minute. You know what I mean? And some people put it to one of his unmastered songs, and he talking about like Moses or the story of somebody like that in the Bible.
I watched The Bigger Picture, and this is why I do this, so I can have like a bit more context for some of these conversations. DJ Head talked to Kendrick about some things. He said like some of the theories that people come up with he talked to Kendrick about it. He was like, yeah, they're reaching. Yeah, he's like, I'm not like he's like, I'm not even thinking that far. I'm like, I'm not thinking like that. Mm-hmm. So that's why, even though what's the dirt is like one of the most popularized, I guess, breakdown YouTubers now. Some of the reaches he did, and he even admits that they're reaches. They're reaches. Yeah, they could be really nice coincidences, but they're reaches. It's like, no, Kendrick wasn't thinking about the Moses thing and things like that.
Yeah, it's like it's a theory, but I think that's the whole thing about art. Like, we can interpret things that differently. So he could say something, and people just want to be like, because with hip hop, what we do about hip hop is so complex, and you got artists like Kendrick that you would think like, man, maybe this means something else. So when you make music like that, it gets people to get the reaching. You know what I'm saying? And I think we all reach. We all reach about something. And we don't know what they talking about, bro. They probably talking about something totally different, you know what I mean? And one thing I like about certain artists, they don't even tell you about what they was talking about.
I think that's what's great about art itself, is that it's up to interpretation for the viewer, or for the person that's actually consuming the art itself. Now, the one thing I kind of dislike, though, is that we kind of went away from that, because I like the fact that we had this time to theorize and what we're thinking of right now, but I kind of wish I missed the Genius days back then, where our artists would go and be like, oh yeah, this is what I meant by this line.
Some artists, they do. Well, do they still do that?
No. Genius doesn't do the Genius Verified. I mean, yeah, they do it when they do the videos.
But most of the artists we got out now don't have no deep. It's all like simple. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's also how I wish some. Like, I liked when Lil Brother did Wish Me. Did they do Wish Me Well? No, they did the song off of May the Lord Watch. Black Magic. They did a discography
on Genius.
Yeah, on Genius. So yeah, with the whole party dying, I get a whole bunch of people at first were saying, because when I first saw that it dropped, I'm like, I thought no round twos.
Yeah.
And I see that he's still holding up to that sentiment of no round two, even though he could still do something.
It's like it's a round one on the culture now.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I got done with my beef. Drake ain't really the problem, though.
Yeah.
It's y'all.
Yeah.
He's probably like, dang, I really did Aubrey kind of dirty.
No, maybe it's like, okay, I got the one guy I wanted out. Like, I want to attack him because he's the head right now, I guess. He wanted to take him out, and now it's time to handle the beast. So
basically, it's like what I was saying about Drake and the beef.
What?
I said it's like in a video game where you get the one character, you gotta beat the many characters to get to that boss. Yeah. You gotta go up gradually. That's what I said with Drake. I said the beef, he was going after everybody. He was like, okay, let me punch up to Kendrick. Yeah. And he ran out of mana at that point. He's like, yeah, I ain't got enough.
Hey, he thought he did.
Hey, this was the Elden Ring. He got smacked.
He thought he was too big for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did. It was Big D, and he got video proof.
All right,
that's what he said.
That's disgusting.
But I've seen a whole bunch of things like Lecrae. He did a remix of it with the white Air Forces, and then Ransom.
Ransom rapped
for some reason.
I didn't listen to it.
I'm not.
I didn't listen to Lecrae's. I think D1 did one.
He raps.
Yeah, he rapped too.
I know he was on Kev on Stage. He was on that platform recently, and I heard him talk about that and his issue with like Sexy Red and things like that.
Yeah, he talks about all the degeneracy in hip hop culture.
But I hate to say it like this, I don't think the party's gonna die, B.
Nah, it's too big to die.
I think that, but also hip hop was never a monolith. We had people like Kid and Play that was making party music all the time. It's not necessarily degenerate, but I hate to say it like this: parties nowadays is kind of tied too closely with degeneracy.
Like the party songs. It's all pop that thing and all this type
because
of stuff.
Look at
it ain't the whole. It's not
we,
the fun parties.
Because
no more.
parties ain't as clean as they used to be back then.
They was dirty then too. What they had freak niggas.
No, they was, but popularized like when we would watch like a black movie like an ATL or something like that. It'd be kind of clean. Girls are now dressing, and I don't want to just put it on the women. I'm just giving an example. That was creepy.
Yeah.
But for an example, you see women who are. I'm not putting this on all women. Some they're dressed very provocative. A lot of them are dancing very provocative. The men are entertaining it. The men are also dancing with them provocatively as well.
Which men? No, I'm just kidding. But no, we promote this stuff, bro. Without the men, this stuff.
But that's because I hate to say it like this. Stuff is fun.
Yeah.
People enjoy it. And that's the thing with hip hop sometimes, or music in general. People want the escapism. While hip hop has lost a big amount of essence of what made hip hop in the golden age, hip hop didn't always start like with this lyrical, miracle, spiritual consciousness rap type stuff. And I think that's the thing of like people are like, oh yeah, we're gonna get back to the roots of rap. I'm like, oh, that's not necessarily the roots.
But I think
a lot of it was rebellion.
Conscious was a part of it as well.
I agree, but I think that was a sector of it because people coming in like Kid and Play.
It was a part of the pillar.
Yeah, but it's not.
I'm saying a lot of them guys. I'm saying them guys made those type of music, but they was also like 5%ers and stuff like that. Like they could make dance music, but they also had the knowledge of self.
And I think
I'm black, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
black, y'all.
You know
I'm blackity black and I'm black, y'all.
What I
Whatever.
mean? They still.
But I think the thing is, and I heard D1 talk about this, and I feel like he's still on our swag a little bit because we talked about this before. Medicine and the Candy.
Oh, bro,
I think. Yeah. But I'm saying that he's still on our swag. Come on, let me cook real quick. I let you cook with the Nikki. Let me cook with
all
this.
right, my bad.
I think he stole our swag a bit, B.
Yeah.
Even though he probably said it first. I think he stole our swag a bit, B, because we've said this earlier in the podcast. I think we was talking about Childish Gambino at a Vista. It's hard for our rappers to really put a good message into their music and also make it sound good.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of rappers can either come off preachy, corny, or nobody just wants to hear it. Yeah. Like, I think it's the thing where it's like...
And also it can be the messenger.
Yeah, I agree. Because for me, Gunnas, Sexy Reds, Futures, they all Fast and the Furious music. Yeah. It's like music that it sounds cool on the surface, but I mean, like when you look into it, there's no deeper meaning. There's nothing with that. But also, you don't want a movie that's like, I'm trying to think of a really complex movie that you like. I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen
Christopher Nolan.
Like where you have to like really look deep inside multiple meanings, and you know it has great cinematography. No, not a lot of rappers can do that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like to praise like this one subsection of rappers, Sabas, Sminos, Isaiah Rashad's. I'm trying to think of other people in that sector.
Hip hop culture is so big now, bro. I think we have room for a lot of it. I think only thing we should just tone down is on the popularizing the gutterness, you know, the degeneracy. But other than that, bro, I think
explicit degeneracy.
I think it's room for it all. It's always been like that. It's just more saturated because there's more people making music. It's easier to put music out.
I think the party's forever going. Yeah. The party will never stop.
It's going to take more than just Kendrick to do this.
I think what it is though, we need to know when it's not always party time.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with me. Because I feel like everybody was like, oh, Kendrick's about to revolutionize hip-hop, guys. The party's over. Kendrick says, out with this degeneracy. Future comes out, he's about to have the #1 album.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are just talking.
Yeah, but like Future, I don't think Future is bad about hip-hop. I don't think Future is something that we need to...
I'm not saying he's the worst of them, but he's also like one of those ones promoting like degeneracy. It's not the most degenerate.
Do he still talk about sipping lean a lot?
He talks about doing drugs.
He don't even do all the drugs.
He said that before, and this was after DS2.
I remember Breakfast Club.
How many albums has he had after that?
Bro, like I don't even do stuff like that all day. Like, hey, bro, I got a business to run.
Hey, I got a family to raise.
Yeah, bro.
He got families to raise.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids.
But yeah, I don't think the party's ever going to end. I think people need to stop this virtue signaling and their high horsing, and I do think there needs to be a shift in hip hop media. I really do think there needs to be a shift.
It's going to be, I think, a shift coming.
I hope we're at the forefront of that. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of people, I know a lot of people saying, oh, he's talking about Adam 22 and academics. Get him out of here. And while I don't think Adam 22. Oh, well, no, I don't think academics is the main problem. I think a lot of problem
I
is
think Act is a big problem.
I always
I love Act though. I don't know. I like Act.
I don't think he's a big problem. I think it's the fact of like there's not a lot of other people trying. B.
I think
I gotta
Act
put onus
is,
on the people.
Yeah, but I'm saying like with Act do some good things, but Act also has a character.
Yeah, he plays into the character.
So it's like the character is overshadowed, and people don't really. If you actually can watch a live stream from Act and get some knowledge, bro. Like he actually,
I like his clips.
Yeah, he actually will put you down on some stuff, but it's the how he'll treat the artist. Like he's being like, oh, I'm bigger than the artist type thing.
Well, that's because he's treating it like a fan who now has the power.
Yeah,
that's literally what it is.
It just feel like the Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just feel like I said, people need to get off this high horse, get off their virtual signaling. They need to stop doing that. Then they realize if there wants to be a shift in hip hop, it starts with y'all.
Yeah.
Because you guys, and I'm gonna keep saying this, you guys haven't listened to the Common and Pete Rock album this year.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, oh, that's the most number. To me, that's my album of the year currently, and still. But I'm saying like it's like a thing where it's like, oh, we want good hip hop back. Oh, we need some hip hop with some substance. We get the hip hop with substance. No one wants to check it out. And to me, there's no excuse because we live on the internet now. There's so many sources that could give you like.
They want to hear the new Playboy Cardi.
And I still haven't listened to that single. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And so my thing is like, don't tell me that you are looking or you need this hip hop. Y'all don't know where to look. You have a goddamn phone.
Got a computer in your pocket
with all the music in your. You could literally just search what albums came out this year.
But it's like you can get overwhelmed.
Wale came out with a. You're right.
Yeah.
But you know who's the good artist though. Wale came out with a single.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it all the way yet. I plan to. But I also plan to do a discography deep dive as well. Yeah. But still, my thing is this. There's other good artists that you could always take a chance on, go out on the limb, check them out. But you guys want to steadily support the same old artists, sticking that same old bubble. But that's cool, but just don't complain.
Yeah, but I think Kendrick's speaking on more than just, the music.
I do as well. Yeah. But like I said, I think it starts with the people. Because Kendrick can say this, the people have to follow. The people have to actually walk the walk. Because a lot of things that we see on hip-hop Twitter, it's either an echo chamber, they're all glazing, they're all following each other.
It's a deeper conversation when you go to the people, B, because like you said, we ain't all of us, as if you want to say the black people, we don't consume as much. Well, also
a majority.
The majority of the
I've been saying that though.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you're gonna go for the people, some of the people they don't watch our content. Most of the people, they wouldn't look at us and see themselves.
Yeah.
Talk about the stuff they want to listen to.
Yeah, and we'll probably talk about it in the other section of why white media and things like that, white hip hop media versus black hip hop media. We'll talk about that in the section. But overall, what did you think about the song? Because it got us to actually do a conversation rather than actually talk about the song.
I think the song is pretty good, but it's not something I'll go back to.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I went back to it to listen to it, but it's not a song that's like, oh man, got to go back and listen to it. But it has a meaning. It did what it did, but it's not something that.
To me, it was boring.
Yeah.
I like Kendrick music, but there's some stuff like, that's just boring. For me, it's just boring. I get it. It's boring, though. I didn't like the beat. I didn't care that he's trying to rap in this ominous voice. I hate the rappers. They're so. I'm just like, I guess for me, like I said, I like album Kendrick. Yeah. I like Kendrick on album mode. I like album Kendrick. I don't care for single Kendrick. Like, I feel like when the new album comes out, whenever it does come out, I'm going to be here for it. We're going to review it. Yeah. I'm going to probably have some positive critiques about it. I'm not a Kendrick Glazer, even though I've been said today that I was deriding Kendrick earlier, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for the album Kendrick. I'm ready to see what message you have to say and what you have to say, because usually when Kendrick comes out, he's usually saying something.
Yeah, and I think this is what he's going to say.
And he's one of those voices in hip-hop where I like to hear what he has to say.
So I'm saying you didn't like what he had to say? You didn't like the song, but did you like what he had to say?
It was cool, but I think to me it wasn't an effective way to get the point across. For me.
I'm trying to see what...
I see where he got
what's a more effective, a better beat? Because I think I don't know, I think the beat... beat choice was like...
intentional. I think it's intentional for you to mostly hear him and know like, okay, I'm not partying.
I think Cardo made that beat, right?
Cardo got wings?
If I'm not mistaken.
But for me, it's just like, I guess like for me, when it comes to Kendrick sending a message, I like to hear it in the whole process of the album.
Yeah, I got you.
Like when
Oh,
I was younger,
Soundwave.
when I was younger, I liked to listen to singles
I don't
by
know why
Kendrick.
Cardo made what beat? Well, he didn't make that beat. I'm bugging.
Okay, good. But yeah, when it comes to like Kendrick singles wise, I used to listen to him back in high school, but as an adult, no.
I think the song was good. I like the message, but it's not a song I go back to.
And see, to me, that's what makes the song good. We don't want to go back to it.
Not to me. It could be a good song, but you don't have to go back to it. Cause it's like why would you go back to listen to this song?
A song I like. How about that?
Yeah. Let me. I think a song that you like, you could be like, oh, this is a good song.
To me, it's hard for me to judge it, especially if I don't like it.
Yeah, like to me, I feel like it could be songs that's like got a really good message, but it ain't the song that because usually songs like that put you in a mood. Like this song, when you listen to this, it puts you in a mood. Like, all right, what is it?
And that's why I'm saying, if it's in the context of an album, depending on how he plays it, I could actually like it.
I don't think this would be on the album.
I don't either. Yeah. But like we've talked about this before. Oh, I didn't like the. I've told you. I didn't like the song outside the album. In the context of the album, I
like it better. Yeah.
I forgot what song I talked about you with that, but
I remember you talking about that. I just don't remember the song.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah,
was it I love? Was it I love myself?
Maybe it was that.
I don't know.
It could have been. Maybe King Kunta. I don't know, but it was a Kendrick song. I'm like, I don't like it.
I think it was on Pimp the Butterfly as well.
Yeah,
How to Pimp a Butterfly.
And I liked it inside the album. But yeah, that's just me though. I'm an album guy. I like the album. I don't like too many singles. I don't even go to the singles. Like if Future would have released a single for this Pink State Pluto, I wouldn't have went to that.
Yeah.
Like I was cool off the teaser. I'm cool with a teaser. But in terms of like, oh, here's a single, I don't care for that. Like I'm not the singles guy. Like I don't do that no more.
I don't.
Unless it's like an artist that I'm not looking forward to the album, but they got a song that's like cool, that's in rotation heavily everywhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's about it for me. B, you got any last thoughts about this?
My last thoughts is, hey Kendrick, whatever you doing, like I don't know if you're gonna try this on the new project, on the new album, whatever, of kind of like exposing hip hop for all this dirt and trying to clean out the house, or burn it down, as you say, and watch it die, watch it burn. But I'm looking forward to what you got going on, man. You finna do the Super Bowl. It's been a big year for you, and I'm just trying to see what else he got going, man. Cause, bro, he dropped something and the internet goes crazy. B, you either hate Kendrick or you dislike him. People still went stupid to go listen to that song. Mm-hmm. So.
But I think that's a quality versus quantity thing.
You say what?
It's a quality versus quantity thing.
I'm speaking on where he at right now.
Oh yeah.
As his place in hip hop, bro. He still.
But I think he put himself right there because of him not putting out so much. Like if J. Cole puts out like a feature or song, internet's not stopping for that.
You think it's because he don't put out much, or you don't think it's because of the beef? I think it's because of the beef about the year he had.
I think no, because when he put out the Hard Part 5, people will stop and listen to that.
Yeah, because he ain't put out in a long time.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about right now.
Oh no, I'm saying in general, Kendrick put himself in that position to where he could be one of those artists. Just in general, even
if you put out something,
if you put out something, people are gonna go check it out, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, without beef, because the Hard Part 4 or Part 5 was like that.
Yeah.
Like J. Cole, he's not doing that.
People go crazy when J. Cole drop, bro.
A song,
dude. When he dropped that little snippet, riding on the bike.
Snippet though, that's different though.
If it's be a song, it's the same
J.
thing.
Cole has lost a lot of credibility from this rap beef, B, in terms of like respect.
Nah, he'll be all right.
From outside, of course he will be. But this album is really, it's right there. But you can't talk about I'm the best rapper alive ever again, ever again. Don't you ever speak those words out of your mouth.
Jeez.
But all right, that's about it for Kendrick Lamar's "The Day the Party Died" or "Watch the Party Die."
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.